What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth video. In today's video I want to discuss a potential DLC that could be coming to the Rebirth. You know, similar to the way Yuffie was introduced into the game with the Intermission DLC. I just want to talk about the potential location of some DLC content that we may be getting somewhere down the line. And if you do enjoy today's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth video, don't forget to hit the like button for me, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, let's mosey. Right, as I was saying in the intro, there's just something within Rebirth that just doesn't make sense, and I'm going to explain the reason why. Now, once you reach the stage where you can explore the Meridian Sea in the Tiny Bronco, obviously the main thing in this is you're going to just have to go north to the Temple of the Ancients and complete the game. There's a few things that you can do in the, obviously, sea itself, and one area that I actually just explored a few weeks back was just over by the Junon area, and I just noticed in the distance you can see Fort Condor in all its glory, and it just got me thinking, why? Simply, why can we see that, but we can't see, let's just say, the Northern Crater in the distance, Wutai in the distance, any of the other locations that are in this game? Why can we not see them, but we can see Fort Condor? So, for those with the eagle eye, like myself, would have noticed this just south of Junon. And it is, you know, you cannot reach it. You know, you can try as much as you like, you cannot reach Fort Condor. It's not supposed to be in the game. But why show us? That is the question. And it just got me thinking about potential DLC that we could see drop maybe later in the year, a bit like they did with the Yuffie DLC, as I mentioned, the Intermission DLC, and also what we could potentially uncover from that. You know, what would the DLC be? We'd want it to be quite lengthy, you know, several hours of content, a bit like Intermission. Do we want to see the blooding of a new character like we did with Yuffie? Could we see Cid maybe be involved in it, or will it simply be DLC based on completion of Chapter 14 when we've got the whole map open, and then we can get to access it via the sea, something along those lines? Now, let's just go on the pretenses that my assumptions are correct and we do get to see Fort Condor at some point over the next 12 months. Let's talk about what that content could entail. So, as we know, Fort Condor is based on a condor sitting on top of a reactor, basically protecting a reactor, and it's also laid an egg there as well. So, you'll know from the original, that's kind of like the story arc. And obviously the story goes that Shinra constantly tried to storm the fort to reach the Mako reactor, and obviously, you know, being unsuccessful. So maybe we could see fleshing out of that content. Maybe, you know, Cloud and the team are just, you know, just in a tiny Bronco, they see a commotion, or they see, I don't know, troops, soldier troops, boats, plenty of boats flying towards Fort Condor, and they go and check it out. And maybe it's along them lines. Maybe it's along them lines of just getting used to the region and helping Fort Condor, like in the original. Because in the original, that's what happened. You could go to Fort Condor as soon as you came out of the Mithril mines, and rather going straight to Junon, you could go to Fort Condor. But then later on in the story, it actually brought you back here to defend Fort Condor. So I suppose that would be the most logical solution. You know, this would be the most viable content they could bring. I think it definitely fleshed that out, you know, into several hours of content, especially if they gave us some side quests within the region, similar to the way they've done the region expansions in this area, you know, Fiend Intel, Life Springs, things like that. And then it's just another region to tick off the box before we get part 3. And, you know, each region, if you 100% completed it, you know, you've done the Proto Relics, you've obviously got that extra summon, done the mission intels, you've done the Life Springs, all that content around Fort Condor as well. You know, it's a good fair few hours. It would keep us pretty busy, and as I say, it could probably introduce Cid into the team, or not. We could wait till we get to Rocket Town for Cid in part 3. Anyway, yeah, that's just what I've been thinking about over the last few weeks, about why can we see Fort Condor. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, because I do like having these type of discussions with the community. I do like finding out what other people are thinking about this, and maybe give me food for thought on some ideas. Anyway, that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy the video, hit the like button for me, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, that's the video.